back again with another live stream. But you guys kind of know what the deal is now. I gotta check to make sure the live stream is actually up and running. I've actually been having a couple of issues with the streams. Just a handful of issues. Nothing is ever, 100% proof. I started live streaming to lower the amount of problems I was having with the recordings, and I'm still having problems with my recordings. Yeah, it's just the way it is. But regardless, while I'm checking to see if the live stream is up, how you guys doing? How y'all feeling? How's your day going? I hope it's going beautiful. I truly, truly hope it is. Life can be life, life be lifing. It can be difficult. It can be hard. That's why I wanted to give you guys these videos, multiple streams a day, quite a few streams throughout the week. Just, take you guys' mind off of life for an hour or two. Give you guys something, if not to look forward to, then something to enjoy while life is going on. Something to take your mind off of it. So let's have a little conversation. Let's just talk about a little bit of nothing before we get into the episode. You guys watching WWE? You guys watching AEW? I have not watched an episode of WWE or AEW since I was about 14 years old. The reason I'm still into wrestling, ladies and gentlemen, is podcasts. I'll be listening to the Solid Monster Sound Off. Any other little podcasts that be going on, any other little shows that be happening. So I stay pretty up to date. I know just about everything that's be going on AEW and WWE. Love both shows. Love that both shows exist. Gives us wrestling fans something to enjoy, something to really get into, But let's talk about WWE. Tonight it's Friday. We got SmackDown tonight. You think the Tribal Chief, the one and only Tribal Chief, will make an appearance? I don't know. I don't recall him being advertised. I hope he does make an appearance. The show is always better when Roman Reigns is on it. Which is crazy, because I've always been a Seth Rollins fan. So you can imagine me being as happy as I am with him being World Heavyweight Champion. Yeah, the universe mode doesn't necessarily reflect who are my favorite superstars currently. Not always. Adam Cole, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns. Those are like my top guys. But what about the Judgment Day on Monday? Getting the tag titles back. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like it necessarily, because you got Judgment Day with the tag titles. Yeah, they just lost the titles just to get them right back. Kind of feel like that's a little bit redundant. The same with Dominic. Him losing the North American Championship just to get that right back. I feel like that's a little dumb. But it is what it is. We ball, we move. And it looks like we are up. Live stream hasn't shut down. Episode's been going on for a little while now. Our little conversation is conversationing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the episode. I know what you're all here for. I'm not going to waste any more of your precious time. We all got things to do, life to, live. I'm here to entertain. You're here to enjoy. So let's get into what you've come to see. Let's get into this episode of SmackDown. And at the end of the episode, we will be getting into the rivalries going into day one, as always. A bit of a shorter show today. We got Jon Moxley versus Malachi Black, Katana Chance and Kaden Carter versus Ruby Soho and Toni Storm. The only reason this rivalry is still happening, ladies and gentlemen, is because the referee on an episode of SmackDown had screwed Katana Chance. Katana Chance had grabbed the rope, but Ruby Soho still got the pin. And then at New Year's Revolution, the same thing happened. The same exact thing happened. Katana Chance, I think, was pinning Toni Storm. Toni Storm had grabbed the rope. Ref didn't see it. Ref counted to 3. So at day one, to solve this little issue, we're going to have a bit of a fun match. Maybe a steel cage, maybe a ladder, maybe a TLC. We'll see how that goes, but it will be tag titles on the line in a way that they can't get screwed by the ref. We got Damian Priest and Ricochet. We got a triple threat match: Raquel Rodriguez, Liv Morgan, and Sasha Banks. Outsiders and Damage Control still doing battle here. It's just not done. After that, we've got Bryan Danielson and Finn Balor going one-on-one. And in the main event, Bayley and Becky Lynch. Now remember, ladies and gentlemen, all matches are subject to change. That just because you're seeing it on the card doesn't mean it's going to happen. The rivalries will change up with the matches that are planned. But the reason why Bayley and Becky Lynch are happening, remember, ladies and gentlemen, at day one, they will be unifying the Women's WWE Championship and the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. Two of these women champions, dominant, very, very dominant, unifying their titles. They'll probably be feuding into the Royal Rumble, I'll be honest with you. You just won't know. We just won't know until it happens. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into the episode. Let's not waste any more time talking about the rivalries. Let's see. Post-match stare down. Ooh, the match has changed. We've got Malachi Black versus Will Ospreay. Ooh, this should be a good one. Will Ospreay looking for his chance at the IC title. Malachi Black looking for his chance. I mean, he's the number one contender. He's going for the IC title at day one. But Will Ospreay looking for his chance. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? Let's do something a little more exciting. Let's add. Let's add to day one. Let's make day one an awesome pay-per-view, right? So this is what I'm thinking as a general manager. If Will Ospreay can beat Malachi Black one-on-one, I will add Will Ospreay to Jon Moxley and Malachi Black's match. That's right. It will go from one-on-one to triple threat. So now Malachi Black has to win if he wants his one-on-one shot. Will Ospreay has to win if he wants to be added to the match for the IC title. Make it triple threat. Let's see what happens. Malachi Black, very dominant, a very dominant superstar. Very tough, very hard to beat. But the question now is, can Malachi Black get this absolute must win here on SmackDown to keep the match one-on-one against Jon Moxley? Malachi Black, a former NXT World Champion before he moved to SmackDown. Malachi Black looking for his opportunity to shine.
And his opponent, from Leeds, England, weighing in at 231 pounds, the Assassin Will.
But you just know that Will Ospreay is looking for his opportunity to shine as well. The man I think, is still undefeated in Universe Mode, or maybe he's lost one match. Maybe he's lost two matches. Either way, he's got a bigger win streak than he does losing streak. His win streak is very high, ladies and gentlemen. And if he can get one more win here, he might go on to fight for the IC Championship at day one, which we will stream probably tomorrow, depending on how long this episode goes. We either stream tomorrow or we stream it today. We get it up out the way. Either way, Malachi Black on the attack. Taking it to Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay slipping the leg. Hitting him with a drop kick. Malachi Black with that kip up. This is a battle of the legs, ladies and gentlemen. These two men know what to do with their legs. Malachi Black, I believe, did kickboxing for a long time. Will Ospreay, just an athlete. Flips, the agility, but he's matching agility with Malachi Black. Malachi Black, very agile as well. So it seems that the House of Black have been somewhat on the attack here. House of Black is coming for the Blackpool Combat Club. You got Malachi Black coming for Jon Moxley. You got House of Black members Buddy Murphy and Brody King going for Wheeler Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli. Coming for the tag titles, coming for the IC title. House of Black looks to get back on top, looks to get back to their reign of dominance here. Looking to turn the road to WrestleMania into a very dark one. Getting a hold of the IC title and the tag titles. Drop kick from Will Ospreay there. Almost called him Wheeler Yuta. Will Ospreay with the DDT. He has Malachi Black up. Hits the finish on Malachi Black. Goes for the pin. Malachi Black able to power out at 2. Malachi Black with a roll up. Goes for the pin. Kick out at 1 from Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay hits his signature on Malachi Black. Will Ospreay looking to put this match away early. Malachi Black with the reversal. Malachi Black has him up. Ooh, the boot to the chin. Oh, and stomping on the head of Will Ospreay. You got a feeling he's going for Black Mass. I knew it. Goes for the pin. This could be it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no. Kick out at 2 from Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay nails him. Hits the DDT. Signature offense of Will Ospreay. Ospreay attacking the arm now. Now the question is, ladies and gentlemen, not what can anyone do to get ahead in this match. You know, it's not about who has to do what. Okay, let me just ask the question. I wasn't going to ask what does anyone have to do to get ahead and to get back into the match, but what do these people have to do to get ahead in this match? This match is fairly even so far. They're fighting on the outside of the ring, count of 4. Malachi Black is still down. Malachi Black is very much not out of this match just yet, though. Malachi Black can turn it around in an instant, and we've seen him do it before. Back in the ring, Will Ospreay goes for him. But look at that, just like what I said, Malachi Black is not out of this. Immediately flips it over, gets the reversal, drop kick to the head of Will Ospreay, and the stomp to the arm. Malachi Black is now back in control. What do these guys have to do to get ahead in this match? How does one take out the other? And how does Malachi Black prevent Will Ospreay from being added to Jon Moxley and Malachi Black's match for the IC title? Malachi Black getting a pin count of 2 there. But what does Will Ospreay have to do to take down Malachi Black to get himself into that match to make it a triple threat match at day 1? Oh, Black Mass blocked by Will Ospreay. Ospreay's calling for it. He's calling for it. And he will get it. Goes for the pin, does Will Ospreay. Referee count it. Will Ospreay with the victory. I was expecting a little bit more from I was expecting a little bit more. Jon Moxley's going to come down to the ring. Jon Moxley, Malachi Black face to face now. Two dominant superstars. Malachi Black just ate a loss, a very, very important loss. Will Ospreay has now been added to the match at day 1 for the IC title. This is going to be big, big news. Ruby Soho is going one-on-one with Katana Chance. Let's hope the referee doesn't get involved again. Let's hope the referee doesn't screw these ladies over. Referee is responsible for Ruby Soho and Toni Storm not being the current tag champions. If the referee hadn't screwed up that pin count, I have no doubt in my mind that the Outsiders would have probably walked away with the tag titles. But then again, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe Katana Chance and Kayden Carter would have still, regardless, walked out with the tag titles. But in truth, we will never know. We'll never know because these women got screwed over. But it's okay. It's okay. At day 1, they're going to have a match. A match to very much decide who will be tag team champions moving forward. I'm thinking TLC, ladies and gentlemen. I really am. I'm floating on TLC. But I don't really like doing TLC matches in this game. In this game, TLC matches for the tag titles, they go too quickly. You know what I mean? There's almost no time to really get into the match. So I'm thinking steel cage. A steel cage tag team match, ladies and gentlemen. Would that sound good to you guys? You think it's time to put a steel cage around the ring? Let these women duke it out for the tag titles with a steel cage surrounding them? The question is, who is going into the Royal Rumble Women's Tag Champions? That's the real question, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of Royal Rumbles, let's talk about it. 30 men, 30 women, 2 matches. Who do you guys think is going to walk out champion? And I know there's a lot of superstars on the roster. Remember, I don't play the matches. So I can't tell you who is going to come out the winner. Last year's winner of the Royal Rumble, the men's Royal Rumble, was Bray Wyatt. God rest his soul, rest in peace. The last year's winner for the women's Royal Rumble is this woman here, Ruby Soho. She's had a bit of a sleeper year in universe mode so far. Competed at War Games and her team won. She's competing for the women's tag titles. She competed at WrestleMania for the women's World Heavyweight Championship. Ruby Soho, and she competed against Bayley, if I'm not mistaken. So her Bayley and Ruby, they got a little history. The Outsiders and Damage Control having quite a bit of history, almost like team rivalry. We'll see how things play out, though. This match continues, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. We were in the middle of talking. Ruby Soho having a pretty good year, but we can't sleep on Katana Chance. She hasn't had a great season in universe mode, barely showing up, barely doing too much, but she did get a major victory. You cannot take it away from Ruby. You can't take it away from Katana Chance. she got a major victory at New Year's Revolution for those tag titles. Katana Chance dive to the outside, takes down Ruby Soho. And one has got to wonder who's going to win this match. And how important is this match going to be in the future for the tag team titles? Katana Chance comes out here without Kayden Carter. Was Kayden Carter attacked before the match? Maybe by Liv Morgan? Let's not forget, Liv Morgan is now a member of the Outsiders. When we have Liv Morgan's competing tonight, but other than that, we have yet to see Liv Morgan. Referee at the count of 7. Ruby Soho throwing Katana Chance back in the ring. Gets back in the ring at the count of 8. Oh, and takes Katana Chance down with the kick. Goes for the pin. Katana Chance able to kick out at 2. Crowd is chanting "Fight Forever." I really hope not. Not because I don't think they can have a good match, but because we need to hurry this along, ladies and gentlemen. We have other matches that are scheduled here. Katana Chance fighting out of whatever Ruby Soho was going to do. What's Katana Chance going to do? She's going to drop Ruby onto the boot. Ruby Soho back in the ring at the referee count of 4. Count of 5. Katana Chance back to her feet. Soho's going to taunt her. Soho could pay for that. And she does pay for it. Katana Chance with the Hurricane Runner right to the ring. Boot to the chin of Ruby Soho. Katana Chance on a little bit of a roll here, looking to get things going. Knocks her off the apron. What's Katana Chance thinking here? Toni Storm can't be happy just sitting back watching this. Katana Chance with the roll. Ruby Soho sweeping the leg. Takes down Katana Chance. What's Katana Chance going to do to get back into it? Gonna hit her with a kick to the stomach. Gonna drop Ruby Soho. Throws Ruby back into the ring. Count of 6. Back in the ring. Ruby Soho knocking down Katana Chance. You know, it's funny, ladies and gentlemen. Ruby Soho won the Women's Royal Rumble. But she, for some reason, cannot seem to beat Katana Chance and Kayden Carter when it matters. Her team won at War Games. Ruby Soho should already be Women's Tag Champion. And in my mind, there's no doubt who should be the Women's Tag Champions. Ruby Soho goes for a dive and nails Katana Chance. That actually speaks about how decent the current Women's Tag Champions are. They've been tag team champions since WrestleMania, haven't had much of an opportunity to defend those titles. That's my B. That is 100% my fault. The GM has not been booking the women's tag titles properly, but with the changes made to SmackDown, I'm hoping to fix that super kick to Katana Chance. Chance back to her feet early. Drops Ruby Soho on her head. Drops a knee to Ruby Soho's head. Kick to the back of Ruby Soho. Dropping Soho on the boot again. Katana Chance is on a roll here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, Ruby Soho with the block. Oh, and a kick to Katana Chance takes her down. Goes for the pin. This could be it. This is it. This match is done. No! Katana Chance with the kick out. Ruby Soho got a signature lined up, but she's going to go for her comeback instead. Takes her down. Sweeps the leg. Ruby Soho could hit her signature. Put this match away. Katana Chance has 2 finishers. Signature blocked. What's Katana Chance going to do here? She's going to nail her head to the canvas. Picks her up. Hit your signature, kid. Hit your finisher. Katana Chance has to find a way to pull the trigger. She's holding back right now. She is holding back, and she's going to pay for that. If she doesn't learn to pull the trigger, Ruby Soho is going to eat her alive. Soho hits her again with the finish. Goes for the pin. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Match is done. Ruby Soho with the victory. Katana Chance unable to pull the trigger, and Toni Storm is going to pass Ruby Soho a chair. Ruby Soho threatens the referee. Referee gets out of dodge. And Kayden Carter saving her partner. Coming to her partner's rescue. But the question is, ladies and gentlemen, will that be enough? Come day one, where the tag titles are on the line, will it be enough? Kayden Carter is going to have to do more than save Katana Chance if that's the case. If Katana Chance refuses to pull the trigger, Ruby Soho, Toni Storm, they're going to eat them alive. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, we got a new match. We got Ricochet and Damian Priest. Match gonna start with a handshake? Of course it's not. Slap with the face though. What's up with Ricochet? Being all disrespectful. Disrespecting your enemy is, I mean, it's common, I guess. Both men went for a dive on the other to start the match, try to get this match going fast and furious. Ricochet dropping Priest. Hits Priest with a kick to the head. Goes for the pin. Kick out by Priest. Priest getting dropped by Ricochet. Let's talk about Ricochet for a second, ladies and gentlemen. Ricochet is a former Intercontinental Champion. He is looking for his opportunity to get back into the title picture. He lost the championship to the current champion, Jon Moxley, and has been looking for his chance ever since. Ricochet has stacked up wins. It's not gone completely unnoticed, but not stacking up enough. Now when it comes to the Archer, Damian Priest, the Archer of the Judgment Day. Damian Priest, current Mr. Money in the Bank. He will be cashing in on Daniel Bryan Danielson at day one. Damian Priest has called his shot. He must think that after all the defenses, after the defense he made against Roman Reigns at New Year's Revolution, that the timing is perfect for Priest. Bryan Danielson not completely healed up. Danielson has had to compete more than once, multiple times since that defense against Roman Reigns. Not even that long ago. If Priest can get a major victory here, he can gain some much needed momentum going into his match with Bryan Danielson for the World's Heavyweight Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, we could be seeing a new World Heavyweight Champion in Damian Priest. If Damian Priest can get his hands on the world title, you know things might just change for the Judgment Day. Finn Balor JD McDonough, Dominic Mysterio, Rhea Ripley, they all might get a wave of momentum off of Priest's one win. Priest goes high and drops Ricochet with the signature. Goes for the pin. Ricochet grabs the rope. Ricochet, a very tough individual to put down, very tough to keep down. But he's facing Mr. Money in the Bank. He's facing one of the toughest challengers to the championship there's been. Bryan Danielson has had to defend against Roman Reigns. He's had to defend against Adam Cole. Now he'll defend against Damian Priest. Bryan Danielson had to compete in War Games. Bryan Danielson is a tough champion. A very tough champion. He's got a lot of momentum on his side. But all Damian Priest needs is a couple of wins. A win here and a win at day one. Damian Priest walks out World Heavyweight Champion. He walks out with all the momentum he could possibly need. Danielson has all the momentum in the world, but it is still David versus Goliath, ladies and gentlemen. Priest has agility and power. See that spin? See that agility from Priest? That's that right there. Goes for the pin again, but Ricochet grabs the rope. Priest needs to find a way to keep Ricochet away from the ropes. Driving Ricochet to the canvas with that spookplex. Ricochet dropping Priest. Has Priest up. Oh, and Priest is busted wide open here. Forehead busted open. And Ricochet goes to the top rope. Goes for the 450. Nails him. Hit one finisher. Goes for the pin. And that will be enough. Wow. Ricochet with a huge victory there.
Here is your winner, Ricochet.
Ricochet with a huge victory. Ricochet beating Mr. Money in the Bank is no small feat. You got to imagine that slap at the beginning of the match is the slap that woke Ricochet up. All Ricochet needed to do was hit one finish. Damian Priest needs to find a way to win. Damian Priest is very much on the back foot right now. And against Bryan Danielson will eat this man alive if he's not careful. But up next, we got a triple threat match, ladies and gentlemen. We got Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, and Sasha Banks.
The following contest is a triple threat match. Making her way to the ring from Rio Grande Valley, Texas, Raquel Rodriguez.
Raquel Rodriguez has been getting some big wins here on SmackDown. Over here trying to make a name for herself, show what she can do, show what she has to offer. You know, once the women's titles are unified, she wants to be number one contender to that women's championship. And I should mention, ladies and gentlemen, this is the decision I'm making right now. This is a decision made at this very moment. The winner of that unification match, that will be the championship moving forward. So if Becky Lynch was to win, the WWE Women's Championship will be the championship moving forward. If Bayley wins, it will be the Women's World Heavyweight Championship moving forward.
First, from Elmwood Park, New Jersey, Liv Morgan.
One member of the Outsiders, Liv Morgan, was very successful at War Games. Competing in her first War Games match, she was successful, winning. That's the most she's done. There's not much else to add. Liv Morgan getting a chance to compete. She's had some big wins. She looks to get many more. You know, she'd also love to compete for the Women's World Championship or the Unified Women's Championship. But speaking of competing for the Women's Championship, we have Miss Money in the Bank, Sasha Banks.
Representing Damage Control from Boston, Massachusetts, the Boss.
Miss Money in the Bank. Of course, she's not cashing in that Money in the Bank because she could be cashing in on a potential partner in Bayley. Right now, Sasha Banks and Bayley run the women's division in a sense. If Bayley was to lose the title, all Sasha Banks has to do is cash in and she walks out with the championship. Match starts. Raquel Rodriguez went for a big boot on Liv Morgan. Morgan dodged it and drops Raquel. Sasha Banks goes to the back of Morgan and drops her. Raquel Rodriguez is a problem, ladies and gentlemen. She's a problem because of her power. She's a powerhouse in the women's division, a muscle mommy, if you will. She's a hard woman to deal with on a regular day. But in a triple threat match, where the odds are already against every competitor, she is a problem. But you also have to be looking out for Liv Morgan. The quickness, the agility, the sneakiness of Liv Morgan could catch you off guard. Let's say Raquel Rodriguez drops Sasha Banks to go for a pin. Liv Morgan could slide in and steal that pin right from under Raquel's nose. But that is to say, if Sasha Banks is going to be on the opposite end of a pinning situation, Sasha Banks is Miss Money in the Bank. Sasha Banks is a dominant superstar in her own right. A former women's champion. A former two-time women's champion. She's held the WWE Women's Championship and the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. Sasha Banks being dropped by Raquel. Raquel rolls out of the ring. Sasha Banks gets back up and immediately targets Liv Morgan. Dropping Morgan on a knee. Raquel with a kendo stick, but Sasha blocks it. Hooks Raquel on the ropes. Raquel misses an attack. Here comes Sasha Banks. Dropping Raquel. But Liv Morgan, see what I say about that sneakiness, about that slyness of Liv Morgan. Snuck right in and dropped Sasha Banks. Now Liv Morgan is in control. And Liv Morgan, tough enough to take down Raquel. Liv Morgan got one of her rivals up. Sasha Banks and Liv Morgan may not be rivals. They may not be competing every week against one another. They may not have a match at day one, but they are rivals in the sense that their factions are rivals. A little faction warfare still continuing on the SmackDown brand. Sasha Banks weakening the arm of Raquel. Liv Morgan missed with a flying clothesline. Here comes Sasha Banks attacking the arm of Liv Morgan, stomping the arm. She's going to do it again. Keeping that arm nice and weak so when Sasha Banks puts in the bank statement, it could be an easier tap out. Goes for the pin. We're broken up by Raquel. Sasha Banks needs to stop focusing just on Liv Morgan. Oh, trying to weaken the arm again of Liv Morgan. Here comes Raquel. Misses with the clothesline. Sasha Banks on the attack. Liv Morgan dropping Sasha Banks. Walks all over her. Raquel finally gets her hands on Liv Morgan. But Raquel gets dropped to the canvas. Raquel misses with a big boot on Sasha, but Liv Morgan attacking the back of Sasha. hits a bulldog to Sasha Banks. And Liv Morgan going to attack the stomach of Raquel. Drops Raquel to the ground. Sasha Banks with a steel chair. Steel chair dropped. Now Liv Morgan and Raquel going to team up and take down Sasha Banks. But Liv Morgan, what did she hit? Was that a signature? Was that a finisher? It was a finisher. Liv Morgan hit on Raquel. Told you guys about that slidiness of Liv Morgan. Teams up with Raquel just to hit that finish on Raquel. To drop her. What's Liv Morgan going to do? Code breaker onto Sasha Banks. Raquel dodges an attack. Liv just tosses the powerhouse, the muscle mommy that is Raquel. Now Sasha Banks going to lock in Banks' statement. She's been weakening the arm. She was weakening the arm for a reason. But Raquel with the breakup. Raquel got that chair right off the head of Sasha Banks. Oh, and pounding on the arm again of Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan with the reversal. Raquel with the reversal. But Liv Morgan with another reversal. Sasha Banks takes down Liv Morgan. Turns her attention to Raquel. Hits her with a drop kick. Sasha Banks has a signature. Goes for the pin. Only gets a count of 2 there. Sasha Banks had a signature. Raquel has a signature. Sasha Banks has a chair. Sasha Banks misses with the chair. Thrown into the corner. Liv Morgan back in the ring with a kendo stick. Hits her signature on Sasha Banks. Liv Morgan throws down the kendo stick, goes to make up the breakup. Referee got in Liv Morgan's way. Gotta think that cost her for a second. Raquel goes for her finisher on Liv Morgan again. Has Liv Morgan up and finally nails her. But Sasha Banks is there to make the breakup. Liv Morgan with a roll-up. Sasha Banks with another breakup. Sasha Banks has that steel chair again. Oh, Sasha Banks was going to hit Raquel. Raquel met her with the kick. Sasha reverses. DDT to Raquel. Liv Morgan with a roll-up. But Raquel is there to make the breakup, stopping the pin at before 1. Liv Morgan on the attack now. Goes for Sasha, drops Sasha. Raquel has Liv Morgan up and just slams her down. But Sasha puts the bank statement in on Raquel. Liv Morgan rolls out of the ring. This could be it. That's it. That's it. Sasha Banks with the victory. You can never, ever count out Miss Money in the Bank.
Here is your winner,
Ever. The boss is victorious here, submitting Raquel Rodriguez. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have Bryan Danielson and Finn Balor. Let's get right into it. I know usually we take a break at some point in time around here, but you know what? I'm a little bit energized. I'm feeling a little antsy. I want to get right into the action today, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to wait today. Let's get right into the match. Danielson, Balor. Who will come out first? It will be the World Heavyweight Champion.
Making his way to the ring from Aberdeen, Washington, weighing in at 210 pounds, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Bryan Danielson.
Bryan Danielson. We talked a little bit about him earlier, but he's been very dominant alongside Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta of the Blackpool Combat Club. Blackpool Combat Club has officially taken over Universe Mode, ladies and gentlemen. They are the face of Universe Mode. You've got Bryan Danielson, the world's heavyweight champion, Claudio and Wheeler Yuta, the tag champions, Jon Moxley, the Intercontinental Champion. Blackpool Combat Club has taken over Universe Mode. And Finn Balor looking to get a huge win.
County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 190 pounds, Finn Balor.
Finn Balor looks to get a major victory against Bryan Danielson. A victory over Bryan Danielson could weaken Danielson, could steal some momentum from Danielson. If Damian Priest had been successful earlier, Bryan Danielson may have been in trouble. With Finn Balor having this match against the world's champion, Finn Balor looking to do the deed for Judgment Day. A win over the champion could steal momentum, could halt momentum. Damian Priest, if he had been successful, if he had won his match, momentum could be on Priest's side, but he lost quickly to Ricochet. I'm not going to say quickly, but definitely dominantly. Ricochet got away pretty clean with that victory over Priest. But Finn Balor looking to do the job here. Looking to beat Danielson. Bell rings and Balor goes right for Danielson. Stomp to the back. Punching Danielson in the face. You gotta think that this match favors Finn Balor and Damian Priest the most, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm gonna explain why. If Finn Balor can hurt the champion, if Finn Balor can dissect and take apart the champion, number one, he's giving Damian Priest the schematic. Finn Balor can go to Priest and be like, hey, this is what you gotta do to win. This is what you gotta do to beat him. Number two, if Balor can hurt the world champion, Priest could pray. Look at that. Danielson's chest already wounded here. Already yellow. Is Bryan Danielson is the world heavyweight champion's chest. It wouldn't take too much. And Finn Balor, he's not the number one contender to the world title. That's number three. Balor has nothing to lose in this match. He has everything to gain. A Judgment Day victory at day one could be everything for Balor. It could be everything for Priest, but everything for Balor. You gotta think, a wave of number one contenderships could come flying through if Priest wins and gains momentum for the Judgment Day. Maybe JD McDonough and Dominic Mysterio challenge for the tag titles. Maybe Balor challenges Moxley or Will Ospreay or Malachi Black. Maybe he goes for Bobby Lashley in the US title. Rhea Ripley, she could go for the Unified Women's Championship. All being led by Damian Priest winning the world title. at day one. And that could be as soon as the Royal Rumble, ladies and gentlemen. If Judgment Day can get a major victory at day one, Judgment Day could go into the Royal Rumble challengers. And you remember the last time a faction went into a pay-per-view as challengers, ladies and gentlemen? The last time a faction went into a pay-per-view as challengers and successfully won was the current champions, the Blackpool Combat Club. Bryan Danielson got a major victory over Adam Cole. Wheeler Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli got major victories for the tag team championships. Jon Moxley got a major victory over Ricochet for the Intercontinental Championship. The Judgment Day could be looking to do that same thing as soon as the Royal Rumble, going into the Royal Rumble as challengers to the championships. Judgment Day could take over universe mode here. Only thing that stands in Judgment Day's way right now is Bryan Danielson and the Blackpool Combat Club. Referee at a count of 8. Finn Balor gets back in the ring. But he rolls back out to break the count, and Danielson hits Balor with a chop block. Bryan Danielson now gets back in the ring. Balor back in the ring as well, hits a code breaker onto Danielson. Kicks his leg out of his leg. Hits a nasty suplex on Danielson. Finn Balor with a sling blade and a drop kick combination goes for the pin as Balor. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, Finn Balor has nothing to lose, but he has everything to gain from a major victory here. A victory over Danielson could be huge for Balor. Danielson has Balor up and hits him with the power bomb. Danielson gonna hit his own suplex. Balor reversed it, hits a chop block on the champion, and a drop kick staggers the champion. But Danielson with the label lock in, but the ropes are gonna break up the submission hold. So Danielson's gonna focus on the ribs of Balor. Goes for the pin. Balor gets the ropes again. This is not looking good for the champion. The champion should have put this match away a long time ago. Balor, the longer this match goes on, the weaker Bryan Danielson gets, the better the chances for Damian Priest get at day one. And you know, if Priest wins the world title, he's gonna have Finn Balor to thank for that. The other member of Judgment Day. Danielson on the attack of Balor, punching away at Balor. Thrown back into the ring, it's Finn Balor. Danielson's taking his time. Finn Balor with the kick to the head of Bryan Danielson. Dropping onto Bryan Danielson. Balor sets him up, hits a drop kick to the head. Danielson is in trouble, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Finn Balor sets up for 1916 and hits it. Goes for the pin. This could be it. Danielson with a kick out, a miracle kick out, but Finn Balor, he still has a coup de grace in his corner, and he's gonna hit it. Bryan Danielson moves. Thrown into the corner is Danielson. Balor pulls him out of the corner. Drops Danielson into the corner. It's a war of attrition right now, ladies and gentlemen. Danielson is down. Balor with another coup de grace, and he hits this one. Goes for the pin. Bryan Danielson defeated by Finn Balor.
Here is your winner.
A major victory for Judgment Day. The champion's momentum is halted. Balor probably just secured a victory, a possible victory for Damian Priest. Balor may be busted open and may be blood on his face, but I promise he is full of adrenaline right now. Damian Priest, he's just watched the blueprint. He's just seen how it's possible to beat the current World Heavyweight Champion. But up next, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of champion, it's champion versus champion. Bayley, the leader of Damage Control, versus big time Becky Lynch. And here she comes. Cornered by the other two members of Damage Control.
Is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing Damage Control from San Jose, California, the WWE Women's World Champion, Bayley.
The WWE Women's World Champion being cornered by Dakota Kai and Io Sky. Damage Control is in the house. And they've never been more in control. If Bayley can get a major victory over Becky Lynch here, ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't even know what to say. Becky Lynch has been nothing but dominant, but Bayley has been nothing but dominant as well. Heading in to day one, possibly continuing to the Royal Rumble.
And from Dublin, Ireland, the WWE Women's Champion, Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch, the WWE Women's Champion. Very successful, very dominant. When you talk about dominance, you cannot overlook Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch has been champion since the night after WrestleMania. Becky Lynch holding that championship for over 200 plus days. Bayley holding her championship for over 100 days. These are two of the most dominant women superstars on the roster colliding at day one to unify their championships. Bayley missed with a knee to Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch with a clothesline. We're getting a preview, ladies and gentlemen, a legitimate preview of the match that could possibly, of the match that's going to happen at day one. Bayley with a roll up on Becky Lynch. The unstoppable force meets the immovable object. Something's got to budge. Something's got to break. Is it going to be Bayley or is it going to be Becky Lynch? Now, that being said, we haven't seen Becky Lynch lose too many matches. We've seen Bayley lose quite a few matches. But Bayley, when it matters most, Bayley comes out on top. Bayley may have lost to the Outsiders at Survivor Series and War Games, but at New Year's Revolution, Bayley defeated Paige for the Women's World Championship. And at day one, Bayley looks to get a major championship victory. Becky Lynch slamming Bayley down, hits Bayley with a drop kick. Becky Lynch has Bayley up, slams her down face first onto the floor, taking out Bayley's arm. And this has to be Becky Lynch's strategy. Go for the arm, attack the arm. Becky Lynch is so dangerous. Becky Lynch has a signature and a finisher. If Becky Lynch can hit just one, like right here, this is what I was talking about. If she could hit the arm with the signature. Becky Lynch has two finishers now. Bayley is in trouble, and Bayley knows it. Bayley has to find a way of getting momentum back. A loss to the champion, a loss. If either of these superstars lose, you have to think that confidence is going to go into their match at day one. The winner is going to go into their match even more confident. The loser is going into their match even more doubtful. Bayley now with one finisher at least. And Bayley's going to hit her finisher early, looking to put Becky Lynch away early. Becky Lynch with a kick out. At 2. Bayley goes off the ropes, misses with an elbow. Becky Lynch does not miss with a drop kick. Becky Lynch was going to go for her finisher. Bayley reversed it. Bayley reversed another maneuver from Becky Lynch. Bayley on the attack now. Oh, Bayley was going to go for Bayley to Becky, Bayley to Bayley, and failed. Becky Lynch with the reversal. Becky Lynch with the manhandle slam onto Bayley. Goes for the pin. Bayley with the kick out at 2. Becky Lynch has the submission locked in on Bayley. Bayley with nowhere to go. Bayley might have to tap out here. She does. You gotta think that might have been strategy from Bayley. Not necessarily a loss, but strategy. A strategized loss. Bayley probably could have fought out of that submission, but chose to tap, chose to give up, just so that way Becky Lynch has a much harder time at day 1. But Becky Lynch is going to go into that match with even more dominance, even more momentum, even more... What's the word I'm looking for here? Well, regardless, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached that part of the show where now we go over the rivalries. What? Anyway, we now go over the rivalries for day 1. We have Damian Priest, Mr. Money in the Bank, cashing in on Bryan Danielson for the World's Heavyweight Championship. House of Black will be taking on the Blackpool Combat Club for the Unified Tag Team Championships. Bobby Lashley will be taking on Samoa Joe for the United States Championship. Adam Cole will be going 1-on-1 with Roman Reigns. Karrion Kross defends his NXT North American Championship against Bronson Reed. It's an Extreme Rules match between Imperium and Los Lotharios. Hook defends his NXT Cruiserweight Championship against Wes Lee. And Chris Statlander defends the NXT Women's Championship against Ivy Nile. And we have a number 1 contenders match. I remember what this match was. That's why I was confused earlier. I didn't remember why this match was here. But it's a number 1 contenders match. Number 1 contenders match. Adam Hangman Page versus Kenny Omega. Number 1 contenders match. The winner of this match will challenge the World Heavyweight Champion at the Royal Rumble. We have Bayley versus Becky Lynch in a women's unification title match. The tag titles are on the line in, yes, I've made my decision, steel cage, ladies and gentlemen. A steel cage tag team match for the women's tag titles. And finally, we will have Malachi Black taking on Jon Moxley and Will Ospreay for the Intercontinental Championship. But all of that, ladies and gentlemen, on the next episode. I have been your host, the King Chiron. If you have enjoyed this episode, remember to like and subscribe. I have been your host, and I'm grateful for you joining us today. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, have a beautiful, beautiful day, and I will see you all next time.